It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now Hardy on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 68 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And Malik Reed there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A quick throw by Brady complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Again, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
And going to the air on the opening drive. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Jacobs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force apart on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point by Cool, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Cool to kick off. Now Hardy on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady now to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now Brady. He hits Adams, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Here's Swift. Gets past one man. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Mostert slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Aleem McNeil never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Now Carr on the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. These two teams all tied after 1. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebacker.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Raiders pick it up. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, first and goal at the 4-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Hardy on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running is Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They hand it off to Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I hum around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that is incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Brady. Catch made, it's Moreau. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 39, Brady. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Brady to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Brady now on first down. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To throw is Brady. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You gonna yell at me? You go cover him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 40 now on second down. Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. On first down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty. But now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
On 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr to throw again.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Swift.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Beck. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there.
Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st down, Swift. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll throw with Brady. It's caught here by Adams.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Brady. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Brady again. And that's complete to Adams. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and goal from the 1. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gay is on for the point after. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1st and 10.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route.
Number 1. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Carr going to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Again, it's Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And it's a 2nd down.
Complete to Miles Boykin. A gain of 13.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
6-yard line.
Carr now to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try, and you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for Detroit.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And it gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So this drive spans 7 plays. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr right back to Waller. He's got it this time.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Carr.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Brady's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now it's Swift.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Gay's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed to clock exactly right.
So Carr and the Raiders now down 31-28, 1:13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Carr. Connecting with Renfro.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Now Carr.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Koo now for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now it's the Lions' turn. Trailing by 4. 35 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he takes this almost to midfield. So they needed a pretty good-sized play, and they got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. Now Brady, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Brady. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.